Well, you know, if it's from Bell & Howell, the light is going to be extraordinary. It's going to be crisp and clear and beautiful, easy to use. Take a look. It's also dimmable because it depends on how high you lift that top part. Now, I've got multiples of these. My kids each have one. We have them when we go camping, just night lights at night in case of an emergency. But take a look. There's something added extra here is on top. Because of that heat wave that we're all getting here across the country, you're also getting a fan on top. So now when you're out camping, you have your own special light, you have your own special fan. See how easy this is? You have your handles on top, so you can lay it tabletop. Right? You can carry it if you want. You can even hang it, that little hook maybe that's inside your tent. You can hang it there, and you have your own personal fan. Now, if you want a little less light, just push it down a little bit. If you want no light at all during the day, you just want the fan, there you go. $19.99. That is for two here, and we got a lot of excitement going on here in the studio. I better get Lou Caputo in here because we are just, isn't that nice, Lou? Isn't that nice? You know, normally, hey, buddy, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Thanks for being here for Host Faves. They said, Ty, how do you want to kick off your Host Fave show? And I said, give me Lou Caputo.
There you go.
What can he bring with him?
That's
what
right.
can he bring with him? Normally, we talk about these lights. We talk about, well, of course, when it's dark, when you're camping, emergency. Yeah. But now you can use these during the day because you're going to use these just as a fan.
Exactly.
And a light. Oh, these are great.
So when I first saw these, I compared it to a peanut butter cup. Because it's because it's the peanut butter and the chocolate together, it makes it better. In this case, you've got your light on the inside of this, okay? Just by pulling this up, you've got those incredibly bright cob LEDs that go all the way around, so you got 360 degrees of light. But then they thought, you know what? If you don't have power, there's two things that really bug you, all right? One is sitting in the dark. The second one is burning up because it's so hot and you don't have air conditioning. And for that, Bell & Howell said, we're going to give you the fan as two. So it's two things in one that you're getting here. And this is a nice little personal fan. You can set it on tabletop. It is something that you can aim. You can see it's clicking into position here, so I love that about it. It's all controlled by this one little switch on the side. On, off, that's all there is. Folds down nice and neat. Only works off of 3 AA batteries, but you know, you're getting everything you need right there. Got your light, and that's a bright light.
Okay, it's super bright. It's also really cool. Look, I'm telling you, my kids love these because there is something kind of futuristic, like futuristic movie looking about it, but that's the way you control your light, right? A little bit of light here, you need a little more light. It's that easy. We're not even looking for a switch or a dial or a setting. You're just lifting the top. So if their kids are, I don't know, 5 years old, they can use this. If grandma's 85 years old, she can use this. And now you have your lantern. Now you have your tabletop light. And I want to point something out. Because it is Host Phase, because this is my pick for today's special, it's $19.99 for two of them. If you are going camping, if you are going on an outdoor trip, an outdoor adventure, get one for everybody.
Absolutely.
Get one for everybody. Let everybody carry it. And then, if you're not using it, it's lightweight enough to throw in your backpack.
See, I go to a different place with that. When I tell people to buy multiples, I'm like, if you've ever sat through a hurricane or a prolonged blackout, where like you don't have power for days and days and days on end, you know, fighting with other people for the lantern, for the light source gets a little old. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you've got like 4 people sitting in a room and one person's like, excuse me, I've got to go use the restroom, everybody's like, so who's taking the light?
So that's
right. Does the light stay with us? Does it go with you? So you want to get one for everybody. Make sure they've got their own. In our house, we actually have a big tub that we break out when hurricane season starts, and it's loaded with lanterns and flashlights and all the things that we need. But what we found is if you have enough of them, you just put one in every room and it lights up the entire place with that 360 degrees. Now, the other side of that coin, though, is we also have battery-operated fans that we use. How nice is it to have them all in one thing so I'm not having to carry two separate things with me to make it happen? And I know a lot of people out there, and by the way, look at how bright my shirt and my hands and everything are from this. We've got the lights down in here. This throws off a tremendous amount of light, and it's cob LEDs from that legacy company, Bell & Howell. We know that at this point, I think they've been around for 117 years, like forever. And they've won Academy Awards for advancements in lighting. So these guys definitely know a thing or three about lighting, especially when it comes to lanterns. And every year they get a little better and a little better and a little better. And the fact that they added a fan to it now, for me, I was like, You know what? Yes, it needs that.
That's all we've been talking about, honestly, is the heat. The heat that everyone is experiencing. This is going to be the hottest summer. So as I mentioned earlier, sometimes when we talk about great lighting, you kind of have to wait until it gets dark to use it. You're going to use this during the day, first of all, right? Maybe it's during the day, I'm just cooling myself off.
Sure.
And now the sun goes down, the top goes up, and now you have light. So you're going to use this at the park during the day, at the picnic, at the beach, while you're camping during the day. And if you give one to everybody, everybody has their own fan. Everybody has their own light. You're not having to plug it in and recharge it, right? You're going to put a couple of AA batteries in there in the bottom.
Easy to find.
Easy, pop those in, and now you're ready to go. Everybody has one. Now, when you say Cobb LEDs, I believe that means chips on board. Am I right, Lou?
You are right. They're not your favorites, because I know you like the surface mount diodes.
I do, but Cobb LEDs will do the job.
Pretty darn close. They're very good. I want to show you a quick comparison here, too, because I've got this lantern that, you know, it's a few years old, but it's got 36 LEDs in it, okay? Ours has 3 Cobbs. I want you to, now notice, when I'll hold this one by my face.
Okay.
It's not really lighting my face up. If I bring this one up here, do you see the difference?
Yeah.
How much more light, and that's just 3 Cobb LEDs. Here's the other difference. This thing's heavy, my arm's getting tired. There's like 6 D-size batteries in the bottom of this, okay? Hard to find during a blackout, number 1. Number 2, they weigh a ton. Number 3, this is not putting out a tremendous amount of light as opposed to this guy, and that's the advancement in LEDs, Ty. 36 LEDs versus 3, and look how much brighter this one is with those Cobbs in there. It's kind of amazing, really.
It really is, and I want you to imagine, too, if, let's say you're camping and you did get a couple of these, you're getting 2 for $19.99. Let's say you got 4, you ordered a couple, and you put these out on the tabletop and you guys are playing cards at night, you're sitting around having a little drink at night, whatever it is, those late night talks while you're camping, you can hang it in your tent. A lot of our tents have a little hook at the top. They do. Inside. Look at this, hang it in your tent. You're gonna walk around with it at night, take it with you to the bathroom like Lou was talking about, and then hang it inside your tent. Now you have that light. And if you want less light in the tent, there you go. Look how cool that is. Boom, off, and then all the way up. It couldn't be any easier. It's bright light. You can see right there in this shot just how bright. It's kind of blowing everything out back here. Yep. And we've got a whole bunch of lights on in the studio, so it's competing with all of these lights here. It's 2 for $19.99. Perfect time for summer to get out there if you're going camping, if you're just fishing or hunting or going hiking, whatever it is. If you like to watch those sunsets, maybe even you're watching those fireworks display, whatever it is, you're going to need a little bit of light. This is it, a 2-pack. $19.99.
Well, and I'll tell you something. So, you know, I don't camp so much anymore. It's more glamping for me these days.
I get it.
You know what I mean? Yep. But if I'm out in the woods, I do want to have a source of some cool air. And back in the day when I used to camp a lot, like when I was a Boy Scout, right? We used to go camping all the time.
Of course you were a Boy Scout.
I was a Boy Scout.
I love that. I love it.
Does anybody do that?
No, no one.
So when I was doing that, though, this is the kind of lanterns we used to use, all right? And these have kerosene in them. It's got like a silk wick inside of it. And these are dangerous. And you could not use these in the tent. You could use them out in the campsite, not in the tent, okay? I would, with 100% confidence, hang this in my tent and not worry about it at all. But here, beyond that, this one's got the built-in fan. I would have killed for the fan. Certain nights, I would have been like, you know what, if I could just have that blowing on me, and it feels real. I mean, it does, from where I'm standing right now, really, really nice job on this. By the way, if you're one of the people at home who's like my mom and has like a whole box full of candles that you break out when the power goes out, yeah, don't do that.
No, let's not light fires. Also, the candlelight, honestly, is not going to be as bright.
Not like this.
Not like this, customizable, right? Dimmable like this.
Where's the fan?
You're not.
Where's the fan on those?
Exactly.
Right?
Does your candle come with a fan? So
it does not.
What we're showing you, these come down to $10 each. $10 each to have your own personal fan. Even if you don't need the light, you can still use the fan. Also, the super bright light that you can carry, you can hang, you can put tabletop. It is from Bell & Howell. It is the company that we turn to here at HSN for all of those great lighting needs, that kind of edge of technology that makes it very easy. Look, it's not hot to the touch, right?
Not at all.
Because it's LEDs. You're not worrying about that. It's not any kind of fire. It's not the old kerosene lamp that Lou used to use when he was a Boy Scout.
Back in the day.
You're not having to worry about that. And the fan on top. So you may be tuning in and being like, oh, Ty, I've seen those lights. I know you've got those lights and your kids have those lights. I don't have the one with the fan. Well, I do now. I ordered them this morning. So I'm waiting for mine to come, but I do now. Now it has the fan because of that heat outside, whether it's daytime, whether it's nighttime. I know we have a lot of people on the phone lines right now jumping in. If you want to jump in quickly, I would use the item number you see right there. Over 500 have sold. We've been talking about this for 4.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Over 500 have sold. It is my pick for my today's special. I'm so glad you guys are jumping in. And I want to welcome in our new customers. I'm going to ask my producer, Jen. Jen, how many new customers did you say have jumped in and made this their very first purchase? Over 100.
Wow.
Lou, I love it. Welcome in, guys. I'm Ty. This is Lou. Welcome in.
Hi there.
This is my today's special pick. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad you found us. You're going to love this. $19.99
That's
for
awesome.
2 of them. Now, if you already have Bell & Howell lights and you love your Bell & Howell lights, remember, this is a new one that has the fan on top. Also, you may have one that you love. Get these as a gift for people that you're going camping with, for the kids this summer. The kids like to stay out late, even if they're riding their bikes around or whatever, they're gonna throw it in their backpack. It's lightweight, they can take it with them, and now they're gonna stay cool.
You know, there are nights where Kelly and I like to sit in our backyard, right? And one of the big problems down here in Florida is mosquitoes, okay? I'm not saying that this prevents mosquitoes, but that breeze will blow them away, okay? You know what I'm saying? So if you just aim this at yourself, right now, this one has a fan and the light on at the same time. So you can absolutely 100% do that. But if you just aim this at yourself, the mosquitoes can't land on you. You know what I'm saying? They can't find purchase. They just have to keep flying around. So that's what we use them for. Is we like having the light, but we like having that fan out there on us as well.
Yes.
Two things in one.
$19.99. Here's what's special about today. It is Host Faves summer picks here. So we as hosts got to pick, and we were allowed to pick one item that we want to put on a today's special price. This is what I picked right now. That's why it is $19.99 and not $39.99, right? They're giving me right now, giving you 50% off right now, because you're getting 2 for $19.99. Again, look, maybe tabletop. Maybe you're not using the fan and you just want to go tabletop. And then you pick it up and you need to carry it with you. Great. I'm going to take it with me to the bathroom, or I'm going to walk around the house because the power went out. Now it's getting awfully hot. While you still have your light, now you have your fan as well. All of that. Now maybe you need to dim the light a little bit. You just dim the light a little bit, and they're lightweight and they just look great.
So here's what's weird I've noticed about these, that if you only have one of these and you expect a whole group of people to share it, right? If the fan's on, every time you turn your back, the fan is going to be turned towards somebody else.
Wow.
Just so you know, all right? It's weird, right? I don't think it's doing it on its own, but that's why I tell people get one for everybody there, so everybody's got their own individual. Even if you're not using the light, you don't need the light for everybody, because that one light will cover a whole room, okay? But everybody's going to want that fan. And the 2-in-1, you know, again, Ty, it's the peanut butter cup right here.
I see it now.
That chocolate
I get it now.
And the peanut butter all together.
I love it. I get it now. And that 360-degree light, too, right? Sometimes we say, well, I have a flashlight.
Ba-boom.
But the flashlight, you're not going to be able to get that Oh, thank you, guys.
It's only where you point it. You know, that's with a flashlight.
Yes.
Only where you point it. This is 360 all the way around.
All the way around. Can you imagine? Everybody has their own. You're sitting at the table. Maybe you're camping. Maybe you're just having, you know, having some friends over. Or the power goes out and you put one of these in front of each person on the table. You're staying cool. You've got your light. You're nice and relaxed. You're not worrying about plugging it in and charging it up. You're just putting a couple of AA batteries in the bottom. That's it. Look how much light that is. I'm looking at the monitor right now. That is, and that's one. Remember, you're getting 2, $19.99 here. Look, that's a lot of light.
There's 2.
Look at that.
There's 2.
That's a lot. No one should see my face.
Well, that's
this
more
clearly.
time than I think we need.
Yeah, it is. Okay, you're right. That's good. $19.99. 875-948. I believe it's the first time we've seen these on air.
Yes, it is. It is the first time.
Yes.
It's brand spanking new for everybody out there, and even at a special price, which is unusual for the first time out the gate.
It is. Listen, here's the thing. Normally these are $39.99 for 2, right? It's $40 for 2. And in that case, honestly, I probably wouldn't tell you to buy multiples, because I know $40 plus $40 is $40. I'm like, all right, get one pack and make sure you have yours right now, because they've allowed me to pick a today's special, and I pick this. And that means I get 50% off, which means you get 50% off. Now you can kind of buy multiples. This is an opportunity to get multiple sets. If there's multiple people in the family, the kids, the grandkids, everybody should have their own.
I 100% agree. Remember what I said about that weird fan turning towards somebody? You want to have your own. Trust me on that one.
Every time you turn your back, the fan is turned
will just be towards somebody else.
And someone else is cooled down. And it is. Listen, I got to say, too, can you hear? You can barely hear the fan, but it's a strong. It's a strong fan. For this size to fit right on top,
tiny thing.
You're getting a really nice breeze on here. So your own personal fan. Your light from Bell & Howell, as you said, over 100 years, 117
years.
In the industry. Here it is. You're one of the first to grab it. I know we're very busy on the phones. Thank you guys so much for being here with us today. Use the item number, use the QR code. Over 900 sold in about 9.5 minutes right now. Everybody's getting 2. The reason so many are selling, a lot of you are calling in and buying multiple beautiful sets.
Very smart.
Very, very smart. Also very smart, my friend Lou Caputo.
Oh, stop.
Hey, thanks for being here.
You're right.
Thanks for being here, Lou.
You're welcome, buddy.
My favorite from today was the mosquito can't find purchase. That was
Can't find
great.
purchase.
God, that was a good line.
Thank
Good
you.
line. Thank you guys for being here. All right, Lou. Thanks for being here
Okay,
for Host
see ya.
Babes. Okay, walking over to the hats. Our director today is Rebecca. Let me tell you about Rebecca. Rebecca directs the morning show, and I used to work on the morning show, and we had so much fun together. So, Rebecca, it's nice to hear you. Thank you. It's so nice to hear Rebecca.